No surprise, meta draft for both teams, and we might have another one of those long games.
And we need to see whether or not G2 can handle themselves this time around. They were so close last week. You heard Jat on been engaged upon, silenced, ruptured, and gonna look away. G2 get first blood.
This is the combo.
Let's see how they're going to try to stick to target. Xiaohu coming around through the river. No flash available. Sven and Mithy. Summon a heal already used. The Howling Gale connects. Sven's throwing out the Buster Shot. Interrupts the rocket jump. Now Sven's in trouble. That's our tower. Minion wave going to be the focus here. As Sven uses that satchel just to try blow up the wave. Belt forward again from Perks. He's looking for Ming. That's going to be a summon a heal. Eye of the Storm buying some time. Waiting for that E to time out. Trick got the prison. Ming is down. Perks is now on the board. Uzi gets shut down as well as Sven gets the second. Sven and Mithy were rotated around the map throughout week 1 of groups as tower taking menaces, and they're on the same path. The package is used to get into the pit. MLXG borrows out the prediction from Trick, and Perks gets another. They turn their attention to Herald. Is trying to match. I can't quite see where he's coming. Straight into the lane. 4 members of G2. Their support now coming from the river. Take a look at Let Me getting chunked down. Buster Shot still available for Sven to reset any fight. Silence onto Let Me. Resets available. Rocket jump forward as MLXG tunnels out to safety. Rupture's going to be needed from Expect. Gets some CC down. Uzi's bark is not as much as his bite. Perks jumps forward. Drops a fast bomb in Uzi's face. And now G2, they reckon they want to retreat. The re-engage. The 3-man stun. MLXG shuts down Perks. Silence comes out from the Feral Scream. Sven continues to push forward. Got the heals and the shields from Lulu. Now G2 are routed, are running. The Void Rush comes out. Body block. Trick looking for the stun. MLXG's double-edged sword stabs himself. Now Expect is the target from Uzi. Running low on mana.
On a flank, which Let Me now has less options for as an engage happens start.
Another great prison. Ming is shut down for the second time in the tournament. Uzi is blown up under the tower as the explosive charge.
Baron.
Well, Sven with that 3rd item completed, by the way, rapid fire cannon. Trick decides to go in onto Xiaohu. The tower's also below. Sven and Perks to the engage tool that they're looking for, Bedius, but the tower's the focus.
Ooh, G2, they're very close to engage.
All right, there's the stun comes down. MLXG throws out the Void Rush, dashes out, gets feasted, I believe, by Expect. Silence now comes down to Xiaohu. He uses the cleanse, caught out by the Rupture. Follow-up, the tower's still not dead. Sven leaps forward with the rocket jump. They're in a 5-on-3, and they've got Baron and powered minions in the base.
With Baron and 20+ second death.
Wait, they are pulling RNG in too many directions. Trick gets a stun up onto Let Me. Still simply not tanky enough to deal with the damage that G2's putting out. The 3rd inhibitor will fall. Looking at the player cams, G2 Esports on the verge of picking up the win. They miss. They so desperately want a last-ditch effort. Engage from RNG. 2-man knock-up into the silence. The front line is dying. Let Me is gone. G2 focusing down the Nexus, and G2 Esports demolish RNG.
G2 with a very convincing game over RNG. Perks successfully silences the crowd.